Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some really big news going on over here when it comes to Xbox now clamoring and trying to go get another PlayStation 5 exclusive game. Now, as you guys probably know, there's been a little bit of a back and forth. We reported on this as of yesterday, and I'll kind of recap it really quickly on this video, where right now Xbox actually might be getting a few different PlayStation exclusive games. And this also came out off the wake of, Sea of Thieves and Grounded coming to PlayStation, which have been doing very well. But right now, one of the biggest and most popular trending games as of even this month, as of right this second, is now rumored and / in talks right now to be coming to Xbox itself. So we're going to talk about this, talk about everything else that's going to be good with this, and the future of these I guess I almost want to say contamination, but it's not probably the best word for it, like cross-pollination of all these game consoles and bringing brand new games to each platform. So I think this is going to be really good news. Let's go talk about this for lovely weekend news. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on too as well. We have the Twitter and Twitch room down below. If you guys are bored, we'll be doing some stuff on Twitch as of today, and let's go dive on into it. So very first, if you guys have kind of missed it, we have now been hearing some news, we covered this up in a prior video, that a really popular PlayStation exclusive will be leaked or will coming to Xbox. Now there's another one, and we're going to just kind of do a quick recap for it, but basically a really well-received PlayStation game is seemingly coming to Xbox in the near future. We talked about this where it was Kena. The Bridge of Spirits, which were previously exclusive to PlayStation, is reportedly making its way to the Xbox Series X and S in the very near future. The game's enhancing graphics, double rock creatures, fun gameplay, had really good praise. The game itself was good, and at the same time, this was kind of leaked over here from an ESRB rating for an Xbox version of the game, which also might be alluding towards an maybe a mention on the upcoming Xbox showcase. So it's hard to say, or if not earlier. But basically, we're kind of expecting some really big summer news from all these really big game companies, and we already have seen a really big influx of Xbox games to PlayStation. Sea of Thieves is in the top 10 sellers, doing very well. Also, when it comes to Hi-Fi Rush, should be coming soon, and Grounded as well was added. And these games are selling good. Xbox games are actually doing relatively well, even though some of them are multiple years old or more on the indie side, rather than big AAA games. But they are selling well and doing really well in the PlayStation ecosystem. And so far, I think most people are happy with this a somewhat trade-off of games. That means just more Xbox games on PlayStation, and on the reverse, it does kind of seem like PlayStation games are kind of giving up some freebies of older games or funner games that people on the vice versa consoles may actually go and enjoy. But now one bigger thing to note, and this is I think huge news, even bigger than we just saw for the Kena, where right now a rumor is a popular PlayStation console exclusive may be coming to Xbox. One of the 2024's biggest PlayStation console exclusives might eventually make its way to Xbox, according to a new report from a notable insider over here. And this game is none other than Helldivers 2. Now, this is huge news in my opinion, huge, but it also makes a lot of sense. Right now, the game is trending. People are liking the game. You throw this game on Xbox, which I'd probably say a lot of Xbox users are somewhat notoriously known for, their love of FPS games. Think Halo, think Gears of War, and it kind of just fits perfectly. And I'm also kind of this is a big game where you get the sales, yeah, but you could also go and number one, have more microtransaction money, and number two, it's this is where the game's going good. It's kind of like Baldur's Gate, release it sooner rather than later and kind of milk that big hype cycle. And I think Helldivers has been a great game. So a recent claim from an insider suggests that Helldivers 2, one of the 2024's biggest PlayStation exclusives, could be making its way to Xbox in the near future. Given that Sony Interactive Entertainment is the publisher of Helldivers 2, the release of an alleged Xbox port would mark a major shift in the strategy for the console manufacturer. And right now it's intriguing because Helldivers also launched day one on PC. And as you guys probably know, for games such as Final Fantasy games, they are at console exclusive, at least for quite some time. Most other various games, Spider-Man 2, God of War, Horizon Forbidden Dawn, all these really big games, Ratchet and Clank, are usually PlayStation exclusives for at least a decent amount of time and then released on PC. But with all these other examples, it seems like it's kind of they're finally flipping the switch. So Xbox games coming to PS5, huge. PS5 games may be making their way to Xbox if they seem like they'd work good for a multi-platform game or a general broad game. Good. Multi-launching on PC, fantastic. So saying it's no understatement that the Helldivers 2 has been a breakout hit for Sony so far, with the game consistently topping sales charts on PS5 and PC. The simultaneous launch of Helldivers 2 on Steam has seemingly contributed greatly to the game's success, and I would very much agree on that. I'm a PC player, and after all, the gas games like this thrive the best when they're available on as many platforms as possible, which is why Xbox would make sense. This point of consideration has left many to wonder if Sony might be willing to bring Helldivers 2 to Xbox someday, despite the chance of this being normally very unlikely. This new report indicates that there may actually be some hope for Xbox fans looking to play Arrowhead's hit new shooter on their platform. So on the most latest episode, and this is all rumor, speculation, of the Xbox Era podcast, basically Shrapnel claims he's heard very, very early preliminary discussions about the possibility, so a lot of like maybe potential, like don't get me wrong, but like the idea is what's more entertaining here for the video, about the possibility of Helldivers 2 coming to Xbox, with the new interim CEO Hiroki Totoki recently taking charge of Sony Interactive Entertainment, suggests that PlayStation executives may be a little more open to experimenting with aggressive multi-platform strategies. Although Nick states that it would make sense for Sony to put this PlayStation game on Xbox consoles, he reminds fans that take this information with a big dose of salt. It doesn't mean it's coming for sure. I just said that in very early discussions about it, and also could always fall into pieces. But the big picture of this is, we're now seeing both of these companies kind of spreading the water, like kind of spreading themselves out. Xbox bringing Sea of Thieves, Grounded, Hi-Fi Rush. They're making money off of every single sale. And the game kind of life cycles have kind of been done so on Xbox already. Like, they've been out for a while. If you have Game Pass, you probably checked it out. If you wanted to buy a game, you probably would have bought it. So why not release it to new audiences? Helldivers is also very somewhat similar. Where, hey, that's a big multiplayer game. Incorporate that with Steam and all these other various people and let people enjoy the game experience, because if the game is hot, keep it going hot. Like, you want to sell the game with 100,000 players playing, not when it's at 5,000 and then maybe bumps up another 2,000. You want to go and sell it when there's 100,000 people playing to another 30,000 Xbox users and make the game last even longer and incentivize microtransactions and as well releasing new content. Not to say I'm a fan of microtransactions, but I'm talking more on the pure business sense, if you guys get what I mean. If you guys don't, you might be dumb. But when it comes to this type of stuff, it's like intriguing because it does seem like there is a cross trade-off going on. Xbox giving PlayStation games, PlayStation giving Xbox games. And so far, with all these big leaks now of Kena coming to Xbox, it does kind of seem like it's loosening a little bit, which is kind of unheard of, especially in this day and age. And maybe Xbox may have actually sparked something intriguing with this Xbox conversation. So potential release of a PlayStation Plus game like Helldivers 2 on Xbox would mark a big turning point, not only for Sony, but the industry as a whole. And I would agree. With Microsoft recently releasing 4 Xbox games on PlayStation and Nintendo, and Sony announcing its intent to double down on PC and mobile going forward, there has been some big question regarding the viability of traditional console exclusives. Helldivers coming to Microsoft console could indicate the gradual decline of this business practice, which would be great for consumers, and I would probably agree. Because why not? Like, you're making money. Like, even to give it like a 1 month, 6 month, exclusivity period for PlayStation or a year or whatever, but then why not release it for other consoles? It makes no sense not to. Think Starfield, that can make a lot of money once all the, the Game Pass users are mostly done. 5 years ago, the idea of Sony releasing games on anything other than its own platform was unimaginable, but nowadays it's consistently launching most of its former PlayStation games on PC, which have been doing very well, and at the top of this too, there also is a chance for them to be releasing games over on Xbox too. So I want to hear your thoughts, because it seems like the reception seems nice. The fact that we're seeing like ESRB ratings means that someone is actively paying money to make sure these are coming and working. And it's also like the talks are probably there. Jim Ryan is gone. So basically PlayStation, their new CEO or current interim CEOs can kind of go and make any say they want, because they're the CEO for a reason. If Hiroki Totoki thinks that they can make more money by selling games on Xbox, whether there's an exclusivity period or not, then why not? There's just business. Like, just the more people can sell stuff to, the more potential money you can make. Like, why just not do it? At the end of the day, why not? So I want to hear your thoughts on all this because I think this is slowly becoming the end of the console wars and the more fat of games that can come out on every platform. I think this is a win. Like, I would like this because it lets me go play on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, and whatever's the best value, the cheapest value, or what my friends are on. It kind of makes things a lot easier for me as the consumer, and that businesses make more money too as well. So I think it's good. Swing by the Twitch, follow the Twitter and Twitch down below, subscribe if you guys are new, and I appreciate y'all for watching in the first place.